me tell you what's been happening with me. I've been sick. When doctors, hospital to find out what's wrong. I've been given subscriptions to some pills to take over the coming months, and should be getting better soon. But I wanted to talk about Plymouth City Patriots and the Bristol Flyers. Something has been bothering me about them. When it comes to Plymouth, they have not got a proper investor. A lot of promises were made by Hessop. He was promising to build an arena or at least move them into a building where he can transfer or update or reuse, whatever the case may be. He was promising to move the team into a facility where they can start charging people and making money off of it and start putting it back into the team's pocket so the team can expand. That hasn't happened. It fell through, and now the team is still at the pavilions. This is not a good case scenario. Good look, considering Hessop was a potential owner and buyer, and the best he could do was basically hold on to the pavilions and call and rename Plymouth to Plymouth City Patriots. I want to say this to any investors and buyers who are looking to invest in the British Basketball League. This is a serious league. This is a serious sporting opportunity, and you should treat it as such. It's not something you can just look at as a hobby, or you got some time off for the weekends and you're going to put some time into it and do a little here, do a little there. No, this is something that's either going to take your full commitment, or if you've got somebody that's able to give it full commitment or attention. Otherwise, it's just not going to work. That whole arena has fallen through. Potential money and expansion has fallen through. We're leaving Paul James with a lot to do with that team. He's doing a decent job, but it's a lot to do where you don't even know where your next home game is going to be for the next season. But he's doing quite well. On to the next. Let's talk about Bristol Flyers. When it comes to Bristol Flyers is a professional team with a capacity of 700 guests. Now, that's a problem for me. The team is good, the coach is good, the staff is good, the people behind them are good, the outfits are good, the advertising is good, the commentary is good, the podcast is good. Everything is good, but there's one thing that brings them down, and that's their arena. With only 700 basically capacity being their max capacity, they mean they can't get nobody else in. Now we know people outside are begging for seats, asking Bristol, please, we want to sit at the arena. We want to be able to watch our team play and support them. Bristol Flyers right now is trying to build an arena for that need. But there's been no news, no update, nothing really is happening. And we need to know, because this is the 2024 season we're entering, and basically nothing's been said, because by that time 2025 is supposed to be built. We don't know if it's happening or not, due to I believe it is the landfill garbage truck site, which is complaining about noise pollution to nearby neighbours once they do the new builds. So I would like to know what's happening. What is really happening with those arenas? Because this is something that needs to be talked about and acted on quickly for the league. This needs to be done. The reason why I'm always talking about arenas, and I know back in the days I would always talk about basketball arenas, is because these things are going to provide the money. They are the jewel in the team's crown. These guys are the arenas are going to make people want to come out to your club. This is what's going to make people, as well as playing good basketball, you need to have something to offer the people visually when they get there. And when you offer them a school gym or a gym it's not a good look. And especially when you got someone like Aaron Radin, who's putting a lot of effort in to get the club and the league exposed in America, exposed in the UK. You have to really start getting these facilities up to top notch. But in saying that, yes, Bristol Flyers needs to be more transparent. I think it's incredibly unfair to not let the fans know the situation or continue to update them. Moving on from the Bristol Flyers, Surrey Scorchers. Surrey Scorchers is another team that has a kind of arena and doesn't have a kind of arena. Their arena is owned. Their arena is the same group that owns Surrey Scorcher owns the arena, but it's not a dedicated arena, and that's a problem for me. With only allowed to sit 1,000 people as spectators, you need to start looking at a bigger pool of money. You need to look at least 3,000 to 4,000 people to start making money. It needs to be a lucrative option. You cannot go into the 24th, 25th season thinking 1,000 is going to cut it. We rejected Reading for their offer of 500 to 1,000 seats to be in the British Basketball League, and they got rejected. So what makes Surrey Scorchers any better, or the Bristol Flyers any better, when it's their 700 and Surrey Scorchers got 1,000? You know, these are teams that really need to start putting money towards owning a better arena. And you know, I don't know if Surrey Scorchers is going to do it, considering that the people behind them are very happy where they are, and I don't see them having any thirst or any sort of hunger to be a better run team, which is worrying, because the amount of stagnation that Surrey Scorchers is showing is worrying for the people that support the club. So hopefully we hear some news that they're going to either redevelop, extend, or work on the arena that they have ready to make it into a 3,000 or 4,000 seat arena. These are the things that are important. You need these things, because this is what's going to build the money so we can fund things like basketball academies and things for young people to go to, so they get to learn basketball and they become the next basketball generation. The last team I'm talking about is Manchester Giants. Manchester Giants, beautiful team, quality in its approach, and really it's outside London. It should really be well known. But the thing is, they don't have their own arena, and it's quite a problem. Now, I know people are going to say, well, London doesn't have its own arena. London doesn't have its own. Why is it important? Well, same thing with London. You know, matter if I'm going to put Manchester and London in this one together, talk about them quickly. Yeah, both of them need their own arenas. While London is playing at the Copper Box, I don't think the Copper Box is providing a lot for them. They're getting charged a lot of money to play at the Copper Box. While it's good to have 5,000 spectators turn up to East London and them getting used to a routine, they should either be putting money towards a 2027 location for an arena, or they should be telling fans basically of an arena. This should be done. Same with Manchester, because you cannot have fans turn to arenas where it's rented. We've already seen the team London get kicked out due to people having dart competition, bowling competition, bingo competition at the Copper Box. They were literally kicked out of the arena, having to play at Crystal Palace. The same thing happened a couple years, last season, when London Lions was kicked out of its arena and had to play at Crystal Palace. London needs to start looking at purchasing its own arena. It needs to be done. They have to purchase their own arena. It doesn't have to be super expensive. I know London is incredibly expensive, but it needs to be around 3,000, 4,000 seats. That's 4,000 seats, 5,000. That's what it needs to be. Same with Manchester, 3,000-4,000 seats. We need to get these teams with clubs, with arenas immediately. Going on to the next thing after these clubs, professionalism. And what I mean by that is Surrey Scorchers' professionalism is appalling. And compared to what Ben Thomas has done with Cheshire Phoenix, the Surrey Scorchers organisation needs to be ashamed of themselves. Because Lloyd Garner is doing wonders with the team. He's doing absolute miracles with Surrey Scorchers. But at the same time, he's being punished. He's being literally punished with a team that behind him and his coach behind him and the team that's on the ground. These guys just don't care. The logo is unimpressive. The Surrey Scorchers logo is unimpressive. Design is unimpressive. And if you want to go onto their website, you will know that their website is also unimpressive. These are people we are trying to convince to come and game in and game out to watch the Surrey Scorchers play. People, make memes about Surrey Scorchers as a joke. Whilst it's funny, but there is some truth to it. Surrey Scorchers need to start looking at how we, not looking professional. They got a camouflage jersey with a futuristic design on it, which does not suit it at all. Have not really put any effort into designing the jersey, and have their team show up with unpressed, not properly sized jerseys to actual team games, looking like we say cafeteria team, PE team in a professional league. It's not a good look. Surrey Scorchers need to do a whole lot better, because it's embarrassing for the Surrey Scorchers fans who turn up supporting. They really are good quality supporters, to see their team lose and not get quality jerseys and designers. At least do that at the very least. And you've got people around the league. You got Hoopin and Luton. He is someone that does jerseys and sell jerseys. He's got his eye on the ball. You can even talk to him about designing some jerseys. You've got the people that work with Leicester. You can ask them, about designing some jerseys. There's people around the league that actually work in design, and Surrey Scorchers need to start calling up, get in contact, and start asking these people to help with jersey designs, because it has been quite shocking. So last up is expansions. I probably won't be this video. I was going to try and do it, but next video I'll be talking about expansions. So look forward to that. Sorry I haven't been talking for too long, guys. I've been unwell, but I'm trying to get better so I can drop videos for you guys. Until next time, see you.